With Motley running that wildcat, does that pull you out of that in practice? Do you just focus on tight end now, or do you still have to get ready for that?
Nah, right now, I mean, with Motley back and stuff, he running the wildcat package, so like, I'm just focusing on tight end right now.
I know you enjoyed running that, but is it good for you to kind of be able to just spend all your time at your position?
Yeah, I mean, now I can just focus on little things I got to do right at tight end and not got to worry really about that package, so I mean, it's going to work out for the best.
How much time were you spending on that and that you get back now?
I mean, it'd be like twice a week, work on it a little bit. I mean, it wasn't a lot though, so I mean, it's nothing big.
Gotcha.
I think Leffler said that touchdown route that you ran was the best route that you've run since you've been here. What stood out on that route to you?
I mean, we had worked all week on that the concept, that play, and Coach Leffler was real hard on me about attacking the defender leverage. He knew they was going to be playing like that, and the way I attacked his leverage, it just worked out. It just worked out perfect. The plays worked out perfect.
Is that something you could have done earlier this year as well, or is this something that's like coming around for you more at the position?
I mean, it's definitely coming around more now. I mean, I'm getting better every week, I feel, and I mean, I'm just gonna continue to get better. And I mean, I don't got no ceiling, so I mean, I just want to continue to get better.
Go ahead. How much danger is there this week in maybe overlooking a Wake Forest team that's not quite as strong? Or have you guys kind of gotten past that at this point, considering the fact you've struggled to build on wins in the past?
I mean, we know now, if it's not obvious with our 5-5 record, that we can beat anybody in the country, and I'm fully confident in that. But we can also lose to anyone in the country, and that's, I think, like you said, this late in the year, and with our record being what it is, and how we've had so many, it's just been a roller coaster year. You can't miss that. We can't sleep on anybody. And offensively, I mean, they're a good defense. Their secondary is top 3. I mean, maybe the best we've seen in the ACC. They're a really good secondary. So, I really like the challenge we have this year in the receiver, or this week in the receiver room to, take on these corners that might be playing in the pros and stuff like that. So, we're not overlooking anything.
Another road win. Do you see anything different in the locker room, like when you go on a road game, and that explains that? I mean, you struggle to win at home, and then this is your second win over a ranked team on the road this year.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I really like going on the road. I love playing at home, obviously, in front of fans, but, when you're playing in front of 66,000 Tech fans, everyone's on your side. I really like the idea of going on the road and going against a bunch of thousands of people and playing against them. So I'd like to think that we have that kind of mentality, just back against the wall, us against the world kind of thing, and hopefully the freshmen have that, and if they, and the younger guys, because if they do, they'll do nothing but grow up. But it's really just all about consistency, I think. From time to time, we play up to opponents, and sometimes we play down.
Thanks, Will.
Guys we had at Pitt, basically JC, Joel, and Sam are the 3 guys we had in that game, and that's kind of who we have right now. If Jerome's not able to go, he didn't do anything today in practice. He was in the training room getting treatment the whole time. We'll see how he is tomorrow. I hope he can play, but honestly, I'm not counting on him right now.
Have you heard from Deion's grandma lately? I'm getting ready to run that story, so I figured I'd get an update.
No, which is good, which means he's doing well. Knock on wood, he's taking care of business on and off the field, and has been doing a good job. Haven't really talked to her in depth since she had to come up here last year to put a foot in his butt.
Had a chance to chat with Marshawn since the news and kind of give me an idea about how that went.
My conversations with him,
yeah,
it's good. I mean, it breaks your heart just because the guy he loves football. You know, to see him be having a good year, get hurt, work hard to come back. Had 2 good runs there right before he got hurt, and to get hurt, it's tough. He was, we all were upset. I mean, you hate it for him. All the running backs were. I am. I don't know if anybody's more upset than my 6-year-old daughter. She's crushed. We draw him pictures every day. Wants to invite him over to dinner each night at our house when I'm not even there. But he's good. I told him he'll come back stronger from it and be better than he was before. And you hate it for a guy like that loves football, though.
There's nothing you can do about it. I understand, but it's got to be really bizarre to have the 2 freshman running backs wind up with ACL tears.
Yeah, it's been crazy. I mean, those 2 guys with the ACLs, both freshmen. It was just, it's freak things. I mean, with Marshawn's, they brought a guy off the edge that we couldn't account for. They brought pressure, and he put his left foot in the ground to cut, and the guy that, to make a cut, and his right leg was up in the air, his left leg was planted, and the guy just came in from the side. I mean, injuries are going to happen. You see it with Todd Gurley at Georgia Saturday night. I mean, things are going to happen. You just hate that it happened to 2 great kids, 2 true freshmen, same injuries, 2 great players in the same season. That's hard, but it's part of it. And fortunately, we've got an awesome medical staff and advances in medicine right now. Those guys are able to get back on the field quicker than they normally would have, 5-10 years ago.
And now JC obviously gets another shot to be the starter.
Yeah.
Obviously the guy was a starter to start the season. It fell, I guess, as low as 4th on the depth chart last week.
Yeah.
Kind of give me an idea about where his mind was at some point during the middle of the season. Could you tell he was he demoralized? Was he down about the whole thing?
I think he was probably more ticked off at me and coaches more so than down. I don't think I don't think he ever lost confidence. You'd have to ask him. I don't think he was happy, nor would I want him to be. I told those guys, Joel, Caleb, I talked to them on more than one occasion during the season that, hey, you should be mad that you're not playing. As a competitor, I want that, Now let's handle it the right way. Don't be downstairs in the locker room, complaining and moaning, everybody else about how you're being treated. And that wasn't going on, don't get me wrong. But they were good. There were a couple conversations with myself or Steinspring. Coach Steinspring talked to him just about, my message was, here's where you are, here's why you're in that position right now on the depth chart, and here's what you need to continue to do, to advance. And what I told him, Shy or Marshawn and those guys, we felt like were giving us a better chance of winning as far as from a breaking tackles, physical standpoint, holding on to the ball, things like that, but to keep practicing and keep working. And he was good. I can think of maybe 2 days where he didn't have great practices during that time. For the most part, he was good. He was consistent and knew that his time would come again. And, he certainly took advantage of it.
A little bit. It brought me back a little bit. I was actually joking with one of my coaches that been practicing up here. They said, you look just like you did in high school. So it brought me back a little bit. Yeah.
Quarterbacks here wear yellow jerseys all the time, no contact. So you've actually been tackled since high school?
It's been a good 2.5, maybe 2 years since I've actually been tackled. So it was good to get a little dirt, a little grass on my jersey.
Yeah. You were missing some time there. The 3rd-string quarterback doesn't get a lot of reps, obviously. How caught up are you in terms of the passing game and being in rhythm?
I'm always caught up. Coach does a good job of keeping us all prepared. It don't matter if you're 1st or the 4th. He's going to prepare you like you are the 1st. So I'm caught up. Feel confident in what we're doing. And if my number was called to do it, I'd go and do it.